And we're back here on the GSMC football podcast. And for the final part of the show, we are now going to preview the late window games for Sunday. And that'll basically wrap up the show for today. So let's get right into that. So obviously, we'll obviously do the Sunday night game last. So the first game we'll get into is the divisional matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are 3-10 coming into this game. They're coming off of their bye. They won 24-10 against the Steelers. Niners coming off of another win against the Seahawks, winning 28-16. The number's big. At first, it was Cardinals were underdogs, but 14-point underdogs. Now it's gone down to 12.5. Listen, Kyler Murray could definitely make things interesting. The 49ers they struggle at times with mobile quarterbacks, although they did a great job with Geno Smith, or not Geno Smith, Jalen Hurts a couple weeks ago. And the Niners are just rolling right now. They are by far the better team in this game. Could the Cardinals have a it's a divisional game? Could the Cardinals backdoor cover? Yeah, it's possible, but I can't pick against the Niners right now. They are really playing their best football right now. Everybody's healthy, and I just don't see the Cardinals keeping up. I think Kyler is going to have a tough time with that defense. I still need him to do good in fantasy, which I think he will, but I just don't see the Cardinals really standing a chance in this game. So I like the 49ers to win and cover. But yeah, that's the thing. I'm picking a lot of the favorites. But I can't really make the case for some of these teams though. This one you could, but I'm just not going to do it. So the next game you got the Rams and the Commanders. So looking at the rankings for these teams, so the Commanders, top 5 in passing yards per game. Rams are 14th. Rushing yards per game, Rams are 12th. Commanders are 23rd. Rams are 10th in points per game. Commanders are 23rd. Defense, Rams are 18th against the pass. Commanders are 29th. Rushing yards per game, or against the run, Rams are 16th. Commanders are 17th. Points allowed, Rams are 19th. Commanders are dead last. Their defense has been horrible. And they're coming off of a bye week, but they have just been, ever since they made those trades, their defense just has really been bad. Back-to-back weeks of giving up 45 points to the Cowboys and the Dolphins. Now you're going up against a Rams team that has looked better the last couple of weeks. Especially getting Kyren Williams back from IR. The Rams look like a much better team with Kyren Williams. And that's probably why they kind of, fell off a little bit. Now you got him back. Cooper Kupp, obviously, missed some time this year, but he's back. Puka Nacua has been great in his rookie season. And it's helped out Stafford. Stafford's getting protection. Yeah, the Rams look good. They look like the better team right now. Now, can I see a scenario where the Commanders out of nowhere, they just, cover the number? Yeah, I could see that. I could see this game, hurting me because I don't feel great about it. But you know what? I think the I think the Commanders are just mailed it in. Their defense is really bad. Because here's the thing, I'm just afraid to go against the grain because after what happened last night, I'm afraid I'm going to change some of these games, and then I end up losing all of them. I can't do it. So right now I got the Rams covering the 6.5. And also the other thing too is Sam Howell is I think the most sacked quarterback in the NFL. So, and now you got to deal with Aaron Donald. So I'm going to take the Rams, and I'll live with it. Then in the next game, this is the final two games are big games here. So we got the Dallas Cowboys at 10-3 taking on the 7-6 Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. Cowboys coming off of that big win against the Eagles to tie them for the division lead. Bills 7-6 coming off of their big win against the Kansas City Chiefs. Bills are favored by 2 in this game. Cowboys are due for a loss. They are due for the loss. The Bills are actually favored in this game, which is interesting. Because I would have thought the Cowboys would have been favored, but I'm going to take the Bills in this game. Don't feel great about it, but listen, the Cowboys are due for a loss. All right. Now, I'm not going to say they're going to get blown out or anything like that. This game's going to be a very competitive game. But I think the Cowboys are due for a loss here. Again, they're coming off of 3 straight home games. I don't think they're going to run the table and win every single game from here on out. I think this is the game that they should lose. Or not should lose, but like the game they will. The game, not they will. The game that of these next 4 they could most likely lose. Because, I mean, they have the Dolphins, they got the Lions, and the Commanders. I feel like they're going to win those final 3 games the way those teams have been playing. Well, it also depends on what the Cowboys do, at the end of the year, the last game of the season. Like, do they rest their starters? Like, I don't know. It's a big game. And let's look at the comparisons between the 2 teams. So their league rankings. So Cowboys are 3rd in passing yards per game. Bills are 7th. Both teams are around the same in rushing yards. The Bills are 10th in rushing yards per game. Cowboys are 11th. Cowboys are number 1 in points per game. The Bills are 5th. And then on the defensive side of the ball, the Bills are 11th against the pass. Cowboys are 5th rushing yards. Cowboys are 13th against the run. Bills are 19th. And then points allowed, Cowboys are 4th. Bills are 6th. So this is going to be a good game. It's going to be high scoring. Over-under right now is 50. I mean, there is rain in the forecast, so that might impact it. But I think the Bills, they continue to ride this wave and get another win. Because, I mean, they need to win out, basically, to make the playoffs. They got them. If they can win this game, they are in a great position. Because then you play the Chargers without Herbert, and then you play the Patriots at home. I mean, then you get yourself to 10 wins. I mean, and then in all likelihood, it comes down to them against the Dolphins for the division, which it looked like that was going to be the case. Then it didn't look like that. Now it looks like it could possibly the way the Dolphins have been playing. So, I'm going to take the Bills in this game. Again, another favorite. So, yeah, it's just I don't know what underdog to pick because I'm gonna pick the wrong underdog and then. But the thing is, why should I be afraid? But you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna have a really bad week if I switch a lot of these, and I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be like, oh, I never should have switched it, or oh, I should have switched it. Either way, it's a lose-lose situation for me. So now we got the Sunday night game, Ravens and the Jaguars. These 2 teams did play each other last year in Jacksonville, and Jaguars actually won this game, believe it or not. Trevor Lawrence threw a game-winning touchdown. I think it was to Marvin Jones. And then I think the Ravens got into at least Tucker's range, but he couldn't make the field goal. I think that's how that game played out. But yeah, this game's on Sunday night. Jaguars losing to the Browns. Ravens winning that overtime thriller against the Rams. I like the Ravens here. Trevor Lawrence is still banged up. I just think they're a better overall team. Now, can this game be a 3-point game? Yeah. But I like the Ravens. Better defense. Jacksonville's defense has not been playing well the last couple of weeks, and now they got the Ravens coming to town. So, I like them to win and to cover the number. But I might have to change some of these because I can't. I took a lot of the favorites. The Colts are a favorite. Bengals are a favorite. Packers are a favorite. Falcons are a favorite. Browns are a favorite. Titans are a favorite. Chiefs are a favorite. Niners, Rams, Bills, Ravens. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess like the Cowboys, but I don't know. I feel like the Bills, I kind of don't want to pick the Cowboys this week. But I don't know. I'm kind of a hypocrite too because it's like, oh, well, I'm playing to win. Well, you're not picking the Cowboys. So, because a lot of people are like, the Bills are not winning. Well, you know what? Maybe the Bills do win. I don't know. But it's just like I can't make the case for some of these underdogs. Like the Panthers, like they can't score. I mean, I guess the Bears because their defense has been playing better. But I don't know. I mean, do I trust Justin Fields against the Browns defense? Not really. I mean, the Cardinals could backdoor cover. The Commanders could. Because, I mean, the Rams defense is not the Rams defense that won the Super Bowl. They still got Aaron Donald, but again, it's not the same. But the Commanders defense is horrible. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just going to ride it. So, subject to change for some of these. But just to run through the late window games. So, 49ers covering the 12.5. Rams covering the 6.5. Bills winning and covering the 2 against the Cowboys, and then the Ravens covering the 3 against the Jags. So we'll see. We'll see what happens this week. But there's not that much time left. After this, there's only 3 weeks left in the season. So, and there's only 5 minutes left in the show. But yeah, I mean, another week down. It's wild. I mean, I said it in the last show. Just how fast the shows go. But yeah, and I did them from two different locations today. I did the show obviously in my basement today, the baseball one. That might be what I end up doing, but I don't know, just for the baseball one. But then I'm back up here. So you got to see another room in my house with more Yankee stuff. So it just goes to show you we're all Yankees. We got a bunch of Yankee stuff. But yeah, in the basement we got a couple of other stuff because my dad's a Steelers fan, so we got some Steelers stuff down there. I think Brett Favre picture we have. We do have a corner where there is Giants stuff. But yeah, mostly Yankee stuff. So, and the Yankees are well liked by a lot of people. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think about the games for this weekend. What's your favorite game that you're looking forward to? Because there's some big games on the schedule. But yeah, we're winding down, and next week obviously we'll go over playoffs and more playoff scenarios and things like that. So as the regular season winds down, we're getting there. So but yeah, like I said, I'm like I said in the baseball podcast, so I'm gonna work on getting the shows up, or the audio portion of the show from yesterday up. So that'll be on wherever you get your podcasts. It'll most likely be on one of those sites or streaming platforms. Work on getting the show up onto YouTube, onto both YouTube channels. Actually, we're streaming on both YouTube channels, on here and on the GSMC podcast network YouTube channel as well. Because we were doing that initially, then we had to only do it from just the Sports Network YouTube channel, and now we're back to streaming both of them. And how we're streaming it, because then what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to stream it on all social media platforms, which is huge, because that just reaches out to a bigger audience. But don't hesitate to leave comments in the chat. Obviously, there's the link as well to go to if you want to, have your chat be highlighted in the stream. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the show for today. I thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you tuned in for both. If you missed the baseball podcast, the full live stream is up, so you could just go check that out. Well, you can check that out on the GSMC Sports Network. It's not on the podcast network, but obviously the clips will be there for tomorrow. Just not today, because gotta wait to download the stream. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the show for today. Again, once again, thank you guys for tuning in. That's all the time that we have. As always, I'm your host, Kenneth Grunfelder, signing off from the GSMC Football Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Have a good day. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the games. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.